In this video, you will learn to process the information in your mind in a completely different way from the reality you experience daily when you are awake. Neuroscience has discovered that what we experience in our dreams is simply a more exciting and illogical interpretation of the information already present in our brain, and the technique we are going to discuss today will teach you how to control the manifestation of your dreams so that you can find the solution you are looking for. It is a tool that has been used by the best scientists in the world. Nikola Tesla, Albert Einstein, Thomas Edison, and Richard Feynman used it to solve the most complex problems and visualize new scientific theories. Award-winning directors like Christopher Nolan and James Cameron have used this technique during the creative process for their movies. In fact, the film Inception was based on Christopher Nolan's personal experience. Notably, famous surrealist painter Salvador Dali used the lucid dream technique long before it had been scientifically verified. Specifically, Salvador Dali practiced dream incubation to pre-program his dreams, and this was the secret behind many of his pieces that were actually based on his dreams. An example was the dream prompted by a bee flying around a pomegranate a second before he awoke. So what are lucid dreams and what can they be used for? Lucid dreams are dreams in which the sleeper is aware that he or she is dreaming. During lucid dreams, the dreamer can acquire a certain control over him or herself, other participants, the story, and the surroundings. For example, if you don't feel like running away from a killer in the street, you can actually change the narrative, and instead of running, you can decide to speak to the killer and discover that it isn't a killer at all, but a person trying to return the wallet that you had lost. You can completely change the story and venture to a different area of your subconscious with brand new characters and themes. You are the one deciding where to go and what to do. Now that the subconscious is again part of the collective discussion, practicing the lucid dream technique has become easier.
It's easy.
Lucid dreamers can use certain tricks to influence their brain to dream about a specific problem and solve it, or to dream and develop a new idea. Lucid dreamers are able to train their minds to work towards their goals even while they sleep, such as improving their confidence or athletic abilities. Lucid dreamers are also able to open their minds to become more creative, exploring the dreams they experience, thus taking control and making active decisions within the dreams rather than passively experiencing them. They can establish creative connections and test how things are working. Every day we receive countless stimulations. We obviously can't process everything in real time because we wouldn't be able to do anything else. And therefore most of our indirect experiences are stored in our subconscious. We download a lot into this mysterious inner world. This doesn't mean that it is just an emotional dump. On the contrary, it is a sacred place where we hide some of the memories that have most changed our lives. Powerful emotions and creative thoughts all exist within this environment, and access to the world of your dreams is actually the key to your actual reality. Lucid dreams can help you open different doors. So here is how to implement the lucid dream technique. Do some basic preparation. Keep your room clean and organized. Make sure that no light enters the room from any computer screen, window, etc. Make your room as dark as possible. At this point, we should mention that when you go to sleep, this method will cause you to wake up a little bit sooner than normal for just a few seconds. It is literally only to wake your mind up. Don't worry, you won't need to get out of bed. This method is called awakening technique, and as the name suggests, it consists of setting an alarm clock to wake our mind up and then go back to sleep. There are excellent reasons for this. Your brain is more active during REM sleep. REM, which stands for rapid eye movement, is an event that takes place a couple of hours before your natural awakening. As a first step, you must think about lucid dreams for the entire day. Write, read, and talk to your friends about what you intend to do in your lucid dream. The key is concentrating on what you intend to do. Then you must practice assessing reality to verify whether you are awake or dreaming. You must perform these checks about 10 times a day. But if you want to have a lucid dream tonight, execute at least 25 of these reality tests before going to bed. The most effective test to assess whether you are dreaming is this. Open up your hand and try to stick your finger into your palm. Expect for the finger to go through, and when it doesn't, state to yourself, "I must be awake," as if you were convinced that the finger should have gone through. Ask yourself if you are in a dream. In a dream, the finger would always go through your hand, but in real life, it never will. Perform this test numerous times during the day, and in the end, it will happen in your dream. At that point, your finger will go through your palm and you will say to yourself, I am dreaming, and you will realize that you are actually lucid. There are many different tests you can do, but we have learned that this one is the most effective one. The next step is turning off all screens an hour before bedtime and not looking at your phone before going to bed. Set your phone on vibrate mode, but make sure that the alarm still works and don't watch TV. This is because you want your body to produce enough of the hormones that regulate sleep, and these hormones are affected and slowed down by artificial light. Therefore, if you can, turn off the lights and relax a bit. Otherwise, read a book for about an hour before going to bed. This will start a process of relaxation of the mind. You can also wear a sleep mask and try to meditate. The fourth step is setting the alarm clock at a specific time. Set your alarm clock about 2 hours before the time you normally wake up. If you normally wake up at 9 a.m., set the alarm for 7 a.m. Select an alarm sound that can actually wake you up, but at the same time, not too loud. You want something relaxing, easy to listen to, and remember to keep your phone close enough to you to be able to turn it off without having to get out of bed and opening your eyes. Whatever alarm you choose, select music with a soft sound or a relaxing tone and make sure that it will go off on time. You want it to ring and wake you up once and then turn off. Make sure you keep a diary and working pen within reach for drawing your dreams so that you don't have to get out of bed. The next step is waking up with your eyes closed. You must wake up without opening your eyes. Keep your eyes closed because this will awake your mind. Always remember to keep your eyes closed. It won't make a huge difference if you open them just for a second or so, but it's better not to do it. You basically want to be able to go back to sleep as soon as you turn off the alarm clock. This is why it is called wake back to bed. You in fact literally wake up for just a second and then go back to sleep. There is, however, one extremely important thing to remember. This final phase for lucid dreaming is the most important one because you will have a lucid dream induced by waking up that will be a combination of the wake back to bed technique and induced awakening. You will in fact wake up early, thus activating your brain, but you will also go back to sleep. This is why we asked you to perform numerous reality checks. If you accidentally fall back into deep sleep, you will hopefully assess reality in your own dream and will become lucid. It is a sort of safety device. Now, the main part of this method is what happens after you briefly wake up. You have turned off the alarm and now you are awake with your eyes closed. Then you will remain awake in your mind, but you will let your body fall asleep. This might actually be terrifying for you if you have never done it before, because you will experience what is known as sleep paralysis, in which your body is not able to move. However, your mind is awake and self-aware. You will basically feel your body fall asleep, all while your mind is fully aware. Don't worry, there is nothing to be afraid of. It is not dangerous at all. This is the way in which you can have lucid dreams tonight. At first, it might seem strange and terrifying. Just relax and try not to move. After doing it a couple of times, it will become easy and fun. Therefore, as we already mentioned, you will stay awake but your body will be frozen. The reason is that your sleep was interrupted during the REM phase, causing your body to go into overdrive, trying to go back to a state of deep sleep. However, the key here is to stay awake while this is happening. You will remain concentrated and able to think while your body is shutting down. And that is what allows you to enter directly into a lucid dream from the very beginning. Because with this method, your mind never sleeps. Now relax and let yourself drift away into what is described as hallucinations. You will see colors, shapes, flashes of random landscapes, and people. At first, you might even hear sounds that will be random and not fully formed. But as you'll start exploring them, they will begin to interconnect and last longer than just a few seconds. You will soon be so deeply involved that you'll actually be able to look around, and that's what it is. You will be in a lucid dream and will be able to fully control it. Here are a few things to remember about dreams, especially if you are doing it for the first time. Don't get too excited or you will wake up too quickly. You need to relax and guide the dream rather than control it. At first, just explore it. If you get too excited, you will wake up. Therefore, enjoy the process. Just like for everything else, you will not become a master of this technique on your first time. You will need discipline, patience, and practice. So tonight, try to have a lucid dream and experience information in a new way.